So in this video, I'm going to fix a switch issue that is still haunting this. Welcome to the channel. Welcome back. For those of you who are already subscribed, this is the FDL3, and I built this quite a number of months ago, and I feel like I got it ready. It was gonna run its few trial paces, and then the world fell apart. So I mean, I did use it a few times. It's got this switch issue that I think I recall recording a video on, and I don't know if I ever posted it or not, but I never actually fixed it. Like, I showed what the problem was, and then I couldn't replicate it again during the video. So I thought it was fixed, and it is not. So here we are again, and we are gonna actually fix it this time. So if you're new to this channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button. We do FPV videos, we do FDL videos, we do a lot here, and I have been showing some 3D printed other projects as well that aren't even electrical. Like, my deal here is I enjoy making things, so whether it be 3D printing and electrifying it, or whether it be building mini quads and tuning them and whatnot, there's just a lot of stuff that we cover on this channel. So if you're into any or all of that, click that subscribe button. So let's get right into this. So this is an FDL3, as stated. I've got the foldable adjustable stock on here. There's a video for that, and I'll put the link right there. But anyway, let's get right into the meat of this here. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna pull the battery compartment. We're gonna pull it open here. So that's just 2 screws on either side. And this is threaded into the nut version of the cap. Okay, we're gonna put that to the side. And then the other thing is I'm gonna take a Phillips head screwdriver, and I'm gonna pull out these top 2 screws here. There's one on either side of this front cowl cap here. Okay, pull that out. And this guy here. So what is happening with this guy is when I power it up and when I go to hit the trigger, it will briefly attempt to fire and then just die completely, like completely turned off. So what is going on here, and I'm gonna put it up on the stand so it will stand here. We've got our switch wire here. When you hit that, it must send some kind of an arc or something through the contacts on this, and it just, for whatever reason, disengages contact, so we completely lose power. So what I want to do is just kind of tighten these guys up, and I think that'll fix the problem. And I apologize for the very low edit lately. I am very crunched for time recently, so so is life. So I've got a pick tool here. All right, and let me fix my focus point. I apologize for that. There we go. Bam. Just a little pick tool. It's a Schiffered, something like that. Nothing special here. This is I think like a $9 tool on Amazon. It comes in a 4-pack, and it's one of those things that I like it. It was cheap and it was good. Okay, so we got these little connectors here. These are the stock connectors that came with the stock wiring here. So I think what needs to happen is we gotta squish this down a little bit so it better contacts the pins that are on the power board here. So if you look here, we've got a couple of things going on here. Can you see that? Let's zoom you guys in a little bit. So if you look here, this guy's got a little shelf right there. That shelf is for this little 2-pin contact here. and this plastic bit falls right into that slot. So we don't want to push on that. But on the back side here, it looks as though we've got kind of a pin here that we can kind of just push on. Okay. And I think that should tighten it up a little bit. Yeah, that's definitely much tighter. Okay, so now I'm going to flip this back around, and I'm going to reinstall it. The beauty about these switch wires is it doesn't matter right from left. Okay, so to do this, just want to make sure that that plastic bit is kind of pressed into that. As you can see, like it just did there, if I wiggle this around a bit, because I've taken this out before apparently, or this is just a really crappy end, it doesn't hold. So the best way to do this is just to lift it, push it down while that part is out of there, just like that, and then we should be able to push it back in and get that audible click, which is very faint. So we're going to do the same thing here. We got the kind of a flat upper section here. Okay, get that little prong right there. Right on the back side of that prong is a little squared off section. I'm just kind of pushing on that just a bit, just to kind of close that in on the actual contact, and then I'm going to put it back in there. There we go. We got a nice click that time, and then we're going to put this back down on the switch. And when you're pushing this on, I like to try to push it with both the plastic Molex and holding the wires. So this way, if the wires decide to back out, it will, you'll be notified immediately. Okay, so that's that. Let's see if that made any difference here. Now I know we should hook this up to a battery, which unfortunately is in the house, and I'm trying to do this with no edit here, but clearly that's not gonna happen. So I'm just gonna plug this in here. Okay, and this is plugged into my power supply. It is a 50 volt power supply, and I'm gonna hook this up to 3S power. So to figure out 3S power, that's 4.2 volts maximum charge per cell times 3. So 4.2, it will be 12.6 if my math is correct. It would be a fully charged 3S battery. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. That's gonna be 12 volts. We'll put that 12 to 4, and then this only does 3 amps. Not the FDL, but the power supply, because it is such a high voltage. To have high voltage and high amperage, that would be an awfully expensive power supply. So it's either one or the other. It's either high amperage, low voltage, like a 12 volt, 70 amp, something crazy, or you can get a like a 20 amp, 25. That's about whatever. But this is not for a power supply. So let's go ahead and turn that on. So we're getting 12 volts down here, and I'm gonna go ahead and turn this guy on. Okay, so that looks like, okay, it looks like we're working now. Because what was happening was you would turn this on, and then it would just die. Okay, now if I press the trigger and it comes back on, it would just die completely and not come back on. Okay, it's because there's not enough amps. That is why it's like acting funny. But it would not come back, and I just get black screen here. It would be like the FDL was completely fried, and it is not now. So each time it's coming back on. So that's awesome. Nice, easy fix. Quick video here for you guys. So I do have well, let's put this back together. All right, so we're depowering that. So as you can tell, I don't script, and that's just, if I were to sit down and script a video, you guys wouldn't get a video. So there's that. All right, so we'll put that back up there. I'm gonna call this fixed, and I'm also gonna back this out a bit here. Okay. So that is operating the way it should, which is awesome because now I can throw a battery in this and get you guys a function video. But you know what? I guess if that's the only problem that we have had with this after a fresh build, that's pretty good, right? So we want to grab our Phillips head screws again. These are a M4 by 5/16. I don't know. Again, it's been a while. My God, the world fell apart. I hope you guys are well. It's definitely changed out there, for sure. Hope everybody managed to stay healthy. I know that there's definitely a lot like Nerf wars and stuff like that going on. So what is everybody up to? Let me know in the comments below. Are you locked in your house still? Are you saying F it and let's go? Are you able to get to any events? Like, is there anything going on? I am curious to know. Because currently it's been back to work for me and back to the grind, and things are definitely different, but things are the same. So it's hard for me to judge, but I spent my past couple of months printing 3D printed PPE, and that really, like, that took everything. So I was not able to make and build and all kinds of stuff, but now finally I think the demand for that is settled, and now I can get back into what I enjoy doing the most, and that is just building random projects and doing FPV and whatnot. So we'll see what I can get back into. I know I've got a lot of open projects, so there will be plenty of content coming from this channel. So yeah, so what we just did there, I'll take this off the stand and show you. We installed this screw here, and we installed the battery screws in the battery plate, the battery cap here. Now when you're putting this cap back on, the ramp here in the Picatinny rail goes towards the back, and then these things kind of slant backwards there. There's also a little notch, and I didn't show you which side that goes on to. But there's that. So the FDL is finally up, repaired, good to go. I do have multiple parts for these, so I'm probably going to build a couple more just for the hell of it. I think I got like 4 spark funds now, maybe two more. I don't know, but I have plans to build more of these. This purple is dope, but E-Sun is out of it, so I might do like a gray, black, and blue. I think that might be in the same color scheme. And I did not do a video on like how to make heads or tails of what all these parts are and how I set this up to print. So I'll probably do a video like that. I know most of you don't need it, but there are some of you who do need it. So there's that. If you're interested in this project, you can find out more. I'll include a link below to Project FDL, and that you can either find the GitHub through that and get the files to build one for yourself, or they have finally just re-upped on parts. So if you wanted to buy an electronics kit to put into this, that's fine too. If not, I have a playlist I'll put right there where you can follow along and build this. I mean, each individual component to get this guy built, right down to soldering the control board and the power board and whatnot. And I'm also toying with the idea of building a what do you call it? A semi-automatic version. Not sure. I know there's one of you who said that was totally into that. So there's that. But I definitely want to build another full auto. These things are cool. Definitely cool. So got my giant ass magazine. And hopefully we'll get this thing shooting soon on camera. So with that, if you enjoyed the video, go ahead and click that thumbs up button. And definitely, like, if you enjoy what we're doing here, please share these videos with your friends. Share them online, share them on Facebook. You can go ahead and there's a link down below where you can embed it somewhere. It definitely helps me out, the rating and the commenting, and also watching these videos from front to back really helps. So I appreciate it. I appreciate you watching. I hope you're in good health. I definitely miss you guys. And we're gonna start pumping videos out again. So in good health. And with that, yeah, if you haven't done it already, go ahead and punch that subscribe button, because you only get to do it once, and it's fun. And I'll catch you later. Peace.
They got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems. I solve them. I run through the money. The pressure be calling. Left on my blessings. I feel like I'm falling. The birdie is back.